Well, thank you. Again, Reverend, thank you for having us here today. My name is Patrick McManus. I'm the chairman of the Conservative Party here in Bronx County. I realize that we share a lot more in common than we have in difference. And for far too long, in my opinion, the Republican Party has failed to reach out to your community. I recognize we could make big changes here in the Bronx if we work together. So I'm here today asking all of you to join with me in advancing the conservative causes here in the Bronx. I'd like to speak with Reverend Diaz at length about this.
Dear neighbors,
We need to start bringing candidates to the ballot that share our values. For far too long, the Democrats have been walking into office and they don't share most of our values. And I'm working very hard here in the Bronx in order to find those candidates, identify those candidates, and bring them to the ballot. I would love the Reverend and your organization's help in locating these candidates and getting them on the ballot and giving the people the choice to put people in office that share our values. With that being said, I have a candidate here today who's going to be running in New York State Senate District 34. She shares our values. She's a conservative. She will be running on conservative and Republican lines. And we're going to have a short video presentation. She's going to introduce herself. And then Samantha Zherka will come up and speak, and she'd like to address everybody here. She's also brought some little literature and some other little items to introduce herself to you. And we definitely like to do a lot of outreach in the community and work with everybody here in this room in order to forward our causes. Thank you very much.
dear neighbors, if we dare to dream in our woke world, then dream of a New York State unified by love of each other as brothers and sisters. Rekindle your hearts with the promise God has given us for free will to be whatever we desire to be. Do not ever let go of them. Do not allow the rhetoric of our current politicians and government to stir your heart and spirits away from the promise given to you by God. Do not allow falsehoods, lies, distortion of truth, ideologies born from evil to create a feeling of hopelessness in adversity. Just remember the flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful flower of them all. We are God's children. We are free by the very essence of our birth and first breath. We are not of government, but government is for and by the people, we the people. It is time to awaken and vote these dividers in chief out of office. It is time to tell them that we will not tolerate any more lies and manipulation or be used as political pawns. We are the United States of America. We are New York strong. A people graced by God, a people of power and of choice. Choose truth, equal protections, and justice. Choose unity. Say no more to identity politics, gender politics, race baiting. Do not accept to be categorized, for there is no category in God's heart. Instead, become the reason why America and New York are saved from this new socialist liberal rogue regime. Finally, we will not accept a government that wants our free will and love of country to be destroyed. We will not accept hopelessness and securities created by this new regime of politicians to keep us down with fear. We are sons and daughters of God. We will not be suppressed and oppressed no more. It is time to stand united to bring back safety, stability, and prosperity for all.
Amen. Fuerte el aplauso, damas y caballeros. Samantha Zherka. Samantha.
Thank you, everyone, for having me here today. Thank you, Reverend Diaz. I'd like to start off by thanking every beautiful woman and gentleman in this room today, Reverend Diaz, for having me here today.
Gracias a todos los caballeros y las damas y al reverendo Rubén Díaz por tenerme acá.
My name is Samantha Zherka. I am your conservative candidate for New York State Senate.
Soy Samantha Zherka, candidata conservadora para el estado de Nueva York.
I am a daughter of Albanian parents who suffered political persecution from communist Albania.
Soy hija de albanos que sufrieron persecución religiosa en su país.
My parents were imprisoned
Mi padre estaba en prisión,
their lands were taken,
su territorio fue confiscado
and they were beaten and tortured in the name of
y
communism.
fueron golpeados y torturados en el nombre del comunismo.
Our state and country is at risk because of these same evil ideologies,
Nuestro estado y nuestro país está bajo el mismo peligro
spewed by our current government.
por este gobierno actual.
Socialism is communism,
Socialismo es comunismo
and communism is nothing less than government control over every single one of us.
y el comunismo es control del gobierno sobre cada uno de vosotros.
We had a taste of government control during COVID,
Durante el COVID el gobierno tuvo control sobre nosotros.
when our government persecuted pastors,
Cuando el gobierno persiguió a los pastores,
shut down our churches,
cerraron nuestras iglesias,
our synagogues, and places of worship.
nuestras sinagogas y lugares de adoración.
A test run for them on how to strip us of our faith and freedom to worship God.
Una demostración de cómo nos quitaron la libertad de adorar a Dios.
They used fear to overshadow faith.
Usaron el temor para ponerle sombra a nuestra fe.
Our politicians further used race and skin color to divide people.
Los políticos usan la nacionalidad y el color de la piel para dividirnos más.
The same race rhetoric was used to defund the police,
De la misma manera que la retórica para quitar los fondos a la policía.
passed laws which now sympathize with criminals, murderers, rapists, and child predators.
Leyes que simpatizan con los criminales y no a los otros.
All the while, victims are pursued viciously by our prosecutors, like in the case of Mr. Alba.
Mientras tanto, los inocentes son perseguidos como procuradores de Manhattan.
Today, because of weak-minded, spineless politicians, women are raped in broad daylight.
Debido al liderazgo que no existe, nuestras mujeres son violadas y perseguidas.
Seniors are being beaten in their own buildings and fear leaving their homes.
Los envejecientes son perseguidos y son víctimas.
Mothers and fathers and family mourn the death of their children.
Madres y padres lamentan la muerte de sus hijos.
Our subways are riddled with crime, as are the streets in every neighborhood.
Los subways están llenos de criminalidad, al igual que cualquier otro vecindades.
These laws were not designed to correct racism.
Estas leyes no van a corregir el racismo.
They were designed to cause a demoralized society,
Fueron diseñados para demoralizar a la sociedad.
a society of people without faith and hope.
Una sociedad de pueblos sin fe y sin esperanza.
Is a society broken down and easy to control.
Es una sociedad que el gobierno puede controlar fácilmente.
We must not stand for this.
No podemos permitir esto.
We are God's patriot angels,
Somos los ángeles de Dios aquí abajo en la tierra.
prepped an entire lifetime for this very time to fight against the evils upon us.
Para ese momento luchar en contra de las fuerzas del mal.
Whether you are a Democrat, Republican, independent, or conservative,
Si eres demócrata, republicano, conservador o independiente,
we must band together as a union of God's people with a calling towards righteousness.
tenemos que estar juntos en contra de la violencia, de la maldad y de la justificación.
This war that has been waged against our peace and safety doesn't stop here.
Esta guerra que está en contra de nuestra seguridad y nuestra paz no se detiene acá.
These politicians, with their lies and manipulation, have attacked the greatest gift God gives us,
Los políticos han atacado nuestra fe y nuestra creencia.
and that is the gift of life.
Y ese es el regalo de la vida.
There is no greater joy than the joy of a baby brings.
No hay mejor alegría que la que produce un recién nacido.
I know this as a mother who lost a son and was given a gift of a daughter shortly after.
Yo lo sé porque perdí una criatura y luego tuve otra.
My daughter is the gift of joy that carries me through my life's pain.
Mi hija me da esa alegría a pesar de la pérdida de mi primer hijo.
While these politicians pass laws, they do so manipulating truth.
Nuestros políticos pasan leyes manipulando la verdad,
All the while, they create a vacuum of crime
haciendo un vacuum de criminalidad
and an endless list of victims.
y un sinfín de víctimas.
I ask you all here today, where are these politicians when our children are being killed?
Les pregunto, ¿dónde están los políticos cuando nuestros hijos son
Where are they when parents are burying their children?
¿Dónde están ellos cuando nuestros padres están enterrando a sus hijos?
Where are they when seniors are being beaten by gangs of people in their place of residence?
¿Dónde están ellos cuando los vejecientes son víctimas?
Where are they for Mr. Alba's family?
¿Dónde están ellos para la familia de José Alba?
Where are they when women are raped in broad daylight or when children are sexually assaulted?
¿Dónde están ellos cuando nuestros hijos son víctimas de la violencia?
I will tell you where they are.
Les voy a decir dónde están.
They are in secure communities being protected by private armed security.
Están en lugares seguros bajo protección de seguridad armada.
We must not allow our peace and safety to be stolen by these politicians.
No podemos permitir que nuestra paz y nuestra seguridad sea robada por estos políticos.
Their lies and their pursuit to destroy our way of life.
Su mentira nos está destruyendo nuestra vida nosotros.
I will say that there is no greater sacrifice than the sacrifices made by parents for their children.
No hay mejor sacrificio que los padres pueden hacer por sus hijos.
A mother sacrifices her blood in the very molecule of her existence.
Su madre sacrifica su propia sangre en la molécula de su niño, el infante.
A father sacrifices his body and limb with hard work.
Su padre sacrifica su vida trabajando fuerte.
Together, they sacrifice everything to keep their children safe.
Juntos trabajan para mantener sus hijos seguros.
There is no safety with these rogue politicians whose actions to defund the police and bail reform,
No hay seguridad con estos políticos que quieren quitar los fondos de la policía,
which has caused crime that is now knocking on our doors.
que ha causado toda la criminalidad en esta ciudad.
We must vote every one of them out of office.
Tenemos que sacarlo de su posición.
Okay. Our politicians speak from both sides of their mouth.
Nuestros políticos hablan en dos áreas.
They purport to be champions for low-income communities,
Dicen que son campeones para los de baja comunidad,
but do nothing to bring them out of poverty.
pero no hacen nada para sacarlo de la pobreza.
For far too long, our state government has created a vicious cycle for low-income communities. Our schools fail children instead of providing them with alternate education,
Nuestra escuela ha fallado a nuestros niños,
such as trade school.
como las escuelas privadas.
Okay, that, I will make changes when I get to Albany. We will provide options for all students and parents through trade schools so as to begin the healing and the vicious cycle of poverty from one generation to the other. Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias a todos. Otro aplauso.
I bought some shopping bags for each and every one of you with some information inside of it about my campaign and my positions. Thank you.
Bueno, fuerte el aplauso.